Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse 1966 Adam West Batman from the classic TV series. Not only that, this is the Platinum Chase variant. This one is done in black and white. Why did they make a black and white version? Well, a lot of people still have black and white TVs in the mid to late 60s, and so a lot of people remember this show in black and white. Huge shout out to my boy Seth McChicken for getting this for me. I appreciate the help. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse, Batman Classic TV Series, McFarlane Platinum Edition, meaning it's a lot more rare than the regular version. There's a sweepstakes for a Batman cowl replica, Batman. Here he is in the package. We have a total of 6 hands, Batarang, Bat Radio, collector's card, and display stand. One side of the package, Batman from the Batman Classic TV Series. Other side, Batman. The bottom, there's his barcode if that helps, but it's going to be the same barcode as the color version. And at the back, here's Adam West in his deadpan, sort of dry, sarcastic humor. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a card that gives you a chance to enter to win the Batman cowl, 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, a Batarang, and a Bat Radio. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Batman from the classic TV series. Not only that, but this is the Platinum Chase variant. This guy is done in black and white colors. Adam West in black and white. And why is that? Well, a lot of people had black and white TVs back in the day, so it sort of makes sense from some point of view. Now I much prefer the color figure, but it's kind of cool to have this Platinum Chase variant as well. So let's take a look at him. Starting with his face here, I think it looks pretty freaking good. It really captures Adam West in the mouth, the sort of cheeks and the jawline. Short-eared cowl. He's got the eyebrows and the nose sort of done in white there. It just screams a classic TV series. He's got old school Batman logo on his chest. Pretty high up belt with diaper there. Double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. Very long cloth soft goods cape with a wire in it. In fact, it's too long. You can see his feet, and the cape dangles quite a bit further. In the TV show, his cape probably went down to, I don't know, around just a little bit past his waist. So they didn't really do the cape right, but it makes for a really nice cape on the action figure, albeit inaccurate. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which I think they did a really good job capturing the likeness of Adam West. I wanted to point out this little paint defect on this Batman. On his left shoulder here, you can see a little bit of dark paint. If you move the cape back, it's all over the back of his shoulder. No clue where that came from. It definitely didn't rub off the cape. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories. Starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand. Typical McFarlane display stand we've seen a million times before. It's very thin, very basic. Now for his card. This is not a typical collector's card. As you can see, enter for a chance to win. McFarlane Toys. Old school Batman here. This is drawn, not from the actual TV show. Looks like something from the intro. For a chance to win a limited edition replica cowl based on the classic TV series. There's a little code you can scratch off and use, scan the QR code, and enter to win. Now, I don't like the fact that you don't get a collector's card for this figure. If you get the figure that has the advertisement for the chance to win the cowl, you only get this card. But if you get one that doesn't have the advertisement, you get this card. The first Adam West I imported from Canada, from figurineforall.com, and that one didn't have the cowl sweepstakes. Like it would have killed them to include the true collector's card with the cowl sweepstakes. Come on. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 6 of them, 3 right hands and 3 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his gripping hands. Here's his second pair of hands. His left hand is a pointing hand, and his right hand, I don't even know what that is, some sort of a little hook hand. His index finger is sort of a hook shape, and this one is in a pointing fashion. And here's his final pair of hands. This is a pair of hands that allows him to do the dance that he did in the first episode called the Batusi. Here's his Batarang. It's a pretty traditional looking Batarang. It has a little hole here in case you want to add your own bat rope. Would have been kind of nice if it came with its own, but here's Batman holding and getting ready to throw his Batarang. And then we have his bat radio. It's a small, almost walkie-talkie type device. See the antennas, the speaker. And then here's Batman holding that bat radio. He's probably talking to either Alfred or Robin. And I wanted to talk about his cape for a second. The cape is a fantastic cloth soft goods cape with a bendy wire on either side. It makes it very long. It sort of drags on the ground behind him, and that's really cool for a Batman, but not for the Adam West Batman. The cape itself outstretches pretty far. It has the bendy wire, so you can have it sort of going to one side, stretching out, all kind of cool stuff. Like I said, it's very well done, but very inaccurate for Adam West. I personally think that somehow the capes got swapped on the Adam West Batman and the Hue of Strange's Batman. Whether McFarlane gave the factory the wrong instructions or the factory just messed it up. And I'm not really sure of that either, but it makes sense to me. Hue of Strange here has a cape considerably shorter. He's also on a taller body. This cape here would be right around the ground on him, and this cape here would be a lot higher on Adam West. Just my theory, and I think I'm onto something. Of course, it's not like they just simply put this guy's cape on this one at the factory, because the Platinum Chase variant also has a long cape, and that just sort of tells me that maybe McFarlane told him to put this cape on this figure and give him poor instructions, but factories tend to mess up as well. Now I want to check out the differences between this black and white version of the Adam West Batman and the regular version. And besides the obvious paint differences, it's 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, so let's take a look. Starting with their heads here. Definitely like the color one better, but the black and white one has its own charm as well. Let's go further down. Blue, the gray, gray, the black, the belt, yellow versus black and white. And really, everything else is pretty much the same, except the bland paint job on this guy. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 7 inches tall, which can translate to just under 18 centimeters. If you go to the top of the ears, about 7.1 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, you're going to rotate side to side. He can look up and down a pretty good amount. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion, and cover up a giant gap that would be there. And my guy's shoulders are a little bit on the loose side here. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. His torso, he's got a ball joint. Rotate around, forward and back. Another one in the waist. Rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. Definitely get a little more of the torso and the waist on this guy. Legs, completely does the splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is almost non-existent. Legs go forward about that far, a little bit more to the side. Back, not at all. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock. And of course, toe articulation. Here's this black and white multiverse Adam West Batman next to black and white retro Burt Ward Robin. The dynamic duo. Here's a look at Batman in that infamous opening scene to the 66 film. He's climbing down a bat rope off the Batcopter, and a shark is literally eating his leg. Robin climbs to the top where he looks at Batman's inventory. There's a choice between Batman Shark Repellent, Batman Whale Repellent, Batman Manta Ray Repellent, and Batman Octopus Repellent. Grabs it, gives it to Batman, Batman sprays the shark, just setting the tone of how ridiculous the movie is, and it's even more ridiculous than the show. And here, taking on the entire Batman 1966 Rogues Gallery, here's a look at Batman in the club, dancing the Batusi. Here's Batman taking on King Shark with a can of Bat Shark Repellent. And here he is in the sewers, fighting a deranged Killer Croc. Here's Batman in the Batcave in front of the Batmobile. Here's Batman confronting Bane in the Batcave. Batman's pointing at him and telling him, make sure you look both ways before you cross a street at a crosswalk. And here's Bane picking up Batman and breaking him like a twig. And then here's the Adam West Batman with all the other movie Batmen. Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and Robert Pattinson. Now let's check them out. Next is some other action figures. Starting off with some other Adam West figures. Here he is. Next is McFarlane DC Multiverse, color Adam West Batman. Here's the hoping they expand the 7-inch scale 1966 classic TV series figures. And here he is, next to NECA's Adam West Batman. And here, with McFarlane's retro 66 Adam West Batman. And here he is, next to all of the McFarlane retro 66 Batman figures. They've made 11 so far. We have Boxing Gloves Batman, Spacesuit Batman, Oxygen Mask Batman, the Animated Batman, the Lunchbox 4-pack Batman, then at the front, Black and White Batman, regular Adam West Batman, Alfred S. Batman, Unmasked Batman, Radioactive Cow Batman, and Swimsuit Batman. Then, let's check him out with the Mattel Adam West Batman figures. Here he is next to the regular one. And they made a total of 5 of this Mattel Adam West Batman figures. The Batusi Batman, the Cloth Wired Cape Batman, the regular Cloth Cape Batman, the Unmasked Batman, and the Swimsuit Batman. Now let's check them out. Next is some other black and white figures. Here's the 7-inch version of the black and white Adam West, next to the 6-inch version of the black and white Adam West. And here he is, next to the black and white Burt Ward Robin. This gives you an idea of how the Adam West 7-inch Batman would scale up with the 6-inch retro Robin, and then the black and white ones look kind of cool together. Scale is quite off. And here he is, next to all the different black and white 6-inch scale 66 retro figures. Riddler, Joker, Batman, Robin, and the most recent Platinum Chase Alfred. And here he is, next to some DC Direct black and white Batman figures. Then, next to some Diamond Select black and white Clerks figures. And since this Cyborg Superman is a Platinum Chase variant, I wanted to take a look at all the different McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Chase variants out there. Here are all the sort of older Platinum Chase variants. Gold, bronze, unpainted, and then some newer versions. And here are all the more recent McFarlane DC Multiverse Platinum Chase variants. I'm almost fully caught up. The only ones I need left are the Collector's Edition Wave 6, Clock King, Ragman, Red Hood, and Agent Liberty. If anyone has a lead and won't be able to get one, please drop me a line in the comments below. Now let's check him out. Next is some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is next to Batman Forever Wave. Batman, Robin, Riddler, and Two-Face collective build the Nightmare Bat. Here's Batman next to the rest of his wave. Both the Platinum Chase and regular versions of the Dick Grayson Batman, the Adam West Batman, and the world's finest fusion Batman Superman. And here he is, next to the most recent Platinum Wave. Hugo Strange's Batman, Bullseye Batman, Batman Begins Lucius Fox, and the Flash movie Batfleck. Then, next to the 6th wave of McFarlane Collector's Edition figures, Clock King, Red Hood, Ragman, and Agent Liberty. There's a Platinum Chase variant of all 4 of these figures, and I'm on the hunt for Clock King, Red Hood, and Ragman. If anyone has a lead and weren't able to get one for a reasonable price, or can possibly help me out, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. I believe they're showing up at GameStops in the US right now. And now, with the Walmart exclusive gold label Vampire Shazam and Max Mercury, here's Batman next to the DC Classics Darkseid Mega figure. And here he is, next to the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Patina Dark Knight Returns Armored Batman, and the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Superman Centennial Park Tribute statue. Then, next to the DC Rebirth Tim Drake Robin, and the Platinum and regular versions of the Cyborg Superman. And now, with the previous Platinum Wave, Sportsmaster, Manhunter, and the new 52 Reverse Flash. And finally, next to the second digital wave, Green Arrow, Superman, and the Atom. Now let's check them out. Next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how it fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix them with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller, and I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to some other McFarlane Batman figures. In front of you are 5 different McFarlane Batman toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific resin figures, and some Diamond Select toys, here's Batman, next to a pack of super glue. And here he is, next to some DC Direct and NECA Batman figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel Batman figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty cool Adam West Batman figure. Now, I much prefer the color version to the black and white version, but I appreciate that there's sort of a reason they made a black and white Platinum Chase version. They did the same thing. It wasn't a Platinum in the retro line. And if you were watching this show back when it originally aired in the 60s, which I most certainly was not, a lot of people have black and white TVs, and a lot of people remember the show that way, so it makes some kind of sense. Now, the regular Adam West Batman figure is pretty nice. In fact, it's almost perfect, except for the giant oversized cape, and this guy shares the same flaws. The accessories are pretty good. Bunch of hands, batarang, the bat radio. Articulation, also very good. Skeletal paint job, also very nice, except mine has that stupid splotch on his left shoulder. Now, if I had to rate this guy, like I said, I much prefer the color version, so I'm probably going to give this guy a 6 out of 10. It's still cool, but if I had to pick one, it wouldn't be this one. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.